And we are here at EarthX 2026 at the beautiful Hilton Anatole in Dallas, Texas, y'all. And I'm telling you, we've got people who are working in the sustainability space in multiple capacities, people who are really making their mark on the world in all sorts of areas. But what I have with me right now is a filmmaker, a gentleman who's documenting a phenomenon that maybe some of y'all have heard about. These crazy orcas are doing the things that we were like afraid that they could do, but they're doing them now, right? And who better to document that than a wildlife photographer, underwater filmmaker, just a dude who's doing his thing. Everybody, this is Ricardo Nascimento. And sir, tell me, what is going on with these orcas and why are they doing what they're doing?
Yeah, well, the why is hard to do. You know,
Yeah.
like we can never talk to them. But yeah, like the
Yeah.
orcas have been, especially outside the coast of Portugal and Spain, have been
Right.
just getting close to sailboats, and then like they start bumping the rudders, and they've been breaking a few,
Right.
800 interactions so far.
I didn't know it was that many. That's amazing.
Yeah, 800, more than 300 boats were damaged, and then unfortunately 9 of them sank.
No, dude. And see, this is the thing about like orcas. People don't really understand. We're kind of lucky that they don't view us as a food source, or the ocean would be a much less safe place for human beings. As my understanding, you tell me if I'm right, they're the largest species of dolphin. They are incredibly intelligent pack hunters and bigger and stronger than a great white shark, right?
Well, they've been seen killing white sharks.
Yeah, they use white sharks for food, just to let you know the pecking order in the ocean food chain, right? And so, when did you guys first start documenting the shift in behavior among the orcas?
So this started in 2020. March 2020 is when they first started, and then 2 years into it, I got access to some Facebook groups and WhatsApp groups where people were actually discussing the best ways to kill them,
Oh no!
and like they were talking about like shooting guns at them, making explosives to throw in the water,
Wow.
and even like poking their eyes out with hooks and stuff like that.
Oh my God!
And I've been traveling all over the world to shoot animals underwater because I want to protect the ocean, want to help. And then suddenly this is happening like outside my door. Like the last boat that sank in a straight line is maybe like 3 miles away from my house.
Wow!
So I thought, okay, like maybe we can do something. So 2023 was the first year that we shot them. And then we went again in 2024. And then and after that, we've been filming and talking with sailors, talking with fishermen in the area, talking with biologists, and yeah, just trying to put the story together to show people why they're important, because there's only 22 orcas left in that region.
Just 22 orcas in the whole region.
Yeah, yeah.
So that sounds like are they a part of one pod?
It's several pods.
Yeah.
Like it's about like 3 to 4 families.
Really?
Initially, the catalogs, they were like up to 50, but now like they've been dying. Some of the orcas that we shot with our camera like are not alive anymore,
Wow!
unfortunately.
So what's taking them out? Like what's killing them?
Well, one of them died because she was last seen last year with some nets wrapped around her fin,
See,
and another one had like a bunch of cuts from a propeller,
from propeller.
and they don't, like, we've shot them like so far, so close to the propellers, like they don't do that, like they don't make mistakes in that
Oh, wow.
sense. So like someone
wow.
actually tried to hurt them, and with explosives and people shooting at them, it's easy for one of them to get seriously injured and just die.
So people are actually starting to hunt orcas.
Well, they're going to. I saw like people are actually talking about going to war with the orcas. You know, like
War with the
they're-
orcas.
They're not hunting them, but if they came close to their boat, they will use force to.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so this was only one specific pod that started doing this. Have we seen this in other pods? I haven't heard about this in other places across the world, but is that
So
where it's happening?
the only place that you had like a kind of a similar thing was in British Columbia, where the orca started wearing like salmons in their forehead. So they would put a dead salmon in their forehead, and swim with the salmon there. And then they started doing, other orcas started doing it, and the behavior lasted more like a year and a half, and then they stopped. And now I think I heard rumors that they're getting back to it, but this behavior of like actually damaging a boat, because they've been seen stealing fish from fishermen for a long time, but actually going and damaging the boat boats for such a long time. It's been 6 years now, and 800 boats, a lot of impact. And yeah, like it's a behavior that started with one family, 3 orcas, the mother and the 2 kids, and then the 2 kids taught other kids and other kids, and then at some point there were 13 orcas doing it. 14,
Wow.
sorry, one of them stopped, and now there's less. But yeah, like it's just spread horizontally, not vertically. So there's only 2 adults doing it. The rest is just juveniles.
Wow. And so, do you get into the actual water with these orcas?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so they don't look at you directly as like a food source or something to harm.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not, right?
No, not so far. The thing is, like, everybody was talking how they want to eat humans. I even heard like 55-year-old sailors saying the reason why they're doing is because of all the illegal immigrants that are coming. The boats sink and they got a taste for human flesh, and they want to throw people off the boat to eat them, which is where the fear comes from. You know, like it's not even reasonable.
Yeah, right. That doesn't sound like there's any truth to it.
In the last 75 years, there's not a single human death caused by an orca in the wild.
Right,
Like, nothing.
right.
In captivity, very different.
Yeah. In captivity, I've definitely heard the stories of Tilikum.
Oh, yeah. He killed 3 people.
Yeah, Tilikum killed 3 people. If you don't know SeaWorld, the orca, then Tilikum's like the father of like 60% of all orcas in captivity. But I know that there's that incident where an orca killed a human being, but not in the wild. And I'm thinking to myself, are they starting to wise up to the fact that like humans are part of their problem? Like, do you think that's what it is?
I don't think so. I think they're only playing. You see the
Really?
you see the footage when they
Yeah.
approach boats. They approach boats. Well, you've probably seen the footage of them hunting
Yeah.
white sharks, and it's just like full speed attack.
Yeah.
And most animals, with the orcas, they approach the boat super slowly. They go there, they check it, and then they bump the rudder.
Wow.
But then when they bump, we're talking about an animal that's between 2 and 3 or 4 tons.
Right.
So they bump the rudder, and the rudder most of the times it's fiberglass.
Yeah.
And it's weak, so it's gonna break. And then sometimes when the rudder doesn't break, it starts pushing the boat and actually makes a hole in the boat, and then water comes in.
My goodness. And so these, I get, probably have stood in the way of conservation efforts. And it sounds like you're on the front lines of trying to educate them. Are you releasing this in a film anytime soon?
Yeah.
What's
yeah.
the name of the film and where can we find it?
Right now, the working title is Myth of a Killer.
Myth of a Killer.
Yeah, and I'm still figuring out where it's gonna go.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the whole premise was okay. If they wanna hunt humans, let's get in the water. Let's show people their behavior because
Yeah.
we usually see them from out of the water, right?
Right.
We see a fin, and then we see them by the fear of other people.
Right.
And the goal was like, okay, let's show them through, like, let's show them in the water. Let's show them with us in the water. Let's show them through the eyes of the fishermen that live there. There's fishermen that have been in the water with them for the last 40 years.
Right.
And like biologists that work with them. So let's show them through all the angles. Even the sailors that have had their boat sank, let's show them through their eyes too.
Right.
And let's spark a conversation.
I got you. Well, that is very important work. How long have you been doing the work of being a wildlife and ocean photographer?
So I started taking photos first year of college, and then eventually started moving into filmmaking because at some point I broke my right wrist
Oh, wow.
skating, and I had like a 3-month cast. So if you think about it, when you grab a camera, you can grab a camera with the right hand and take photos, but not with the left.
Wow.
And my friends would actually take the camera for me on a tripod, and I would hit record and film with the left hand. And I figured out like, okay, like I can tell way better stories with video than with photo.
I got you.
So I was about like 23. I was doing a master's in mechanical engineering.
Okay.
Nothing to do with it. Never thought
Right.
about like following this
Not
as
at
a
all.
career. And eventually I thought, look, I'm not having fun studying. All my friends that are working are not like excited to go to work.
Exactly.
So I had read a quote by Julius Caesar that says, if you want to conquer the island, burn the boats. So instead of finishing my degree, I decided to quit because if you don't have a plan B, the plan A needs to work.
It needs to work, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, just decided to start filming and never looked back. That was
Wow.
14 years ago.
14 years ago. And so now, like, what was the first project that you ever had released to the public?
Probably, well, at first I did like a bunch of like small stuff.
Right.
Like to make money, like events and even weddings and all that stuff. And then we went to Cape Verde to shoot a documentary
Okay.
about spearfishing, but not
Right.
about what spearfishing is, but the things that spearfishing allows you to experience. So the friends you make, the friends you lose sometimes, the people you meet, and all that stuff. It's more of like okay, let's focus on the feeling, and the fish is just almost an added bonus to the
Right,
whole
right,
thing.
right.
Because we try to focus a lot on storytelling and the why behind something
Okay.
or why you do something.
Right.
So yeah.
Listen, this is all powerful stories. I'm trying to figure out, what do you want the world to understand about these orca whales? Just generally speaking, are they still endangered? Have they been like lifted off from like maybe endangered to threatened? What is their status now as a species?
So as a species, the orca, it's after humans and our pets that we took all over the world.
Yeah.
Orcas are the most proliferated mammal on Earth. You
Wow.
have orcas in Mexico with 90-degree water, or
Wow.
in the Arctic with like 30 degrees.
So they're very successful species.
They are like, there's no exact number of how many orcas there are, but then inside orcas you have subspecies. So like, for example, these orcas only eat tuna, bluefin tuna.
Right.
You have the orcas in Patagonia that beach themselves trying to catch seals, and that's only one family. So orcas, in a way, they learn specific behaviors, and that behavior is only to those orcas, which
Wow.
creates like what people call the culture and the subspecies.
Right,
These subspecies is considered critically endangered because there's only 22 left.
right.
So if they die, one thing that they do is like they shape the way the bluefin tuna goes into the Mediterranean. If they die, there's nothing to predate them.
Right.
So the environmental impact can actually be big, and it's a little bit uncertain of what's going to happen. But I want people to understand, like, we're talking about a very intelligent animal.
Right.
They are one of the only animals that the females live 30 and 40 years after menopause.
Oh,
They live
wow.
up to 80, 90 years old.
Wow.
The females are the chiefs of the family, they're matriarchs. It's one of the only species where the family stays together. So brothers and sisters stay with their mother and the grandmother. If you see a pod of orcas, that's the whole family.
Wow.
And they only join other families when their whole family die. They kind of get adopted.
Okay.
So like they're really like amazing animals, and I'm trying to get people to see them from a perspective like my perspective, the underwater perspective, and the perspective of the other sailors and other fishermen and other biologists. So people are not that quick at trying to like
Right.
shoot them, and then to get politicians, because this situation occurs between Portugal, Spain, France, and Morocco. France and Morocco have no stance on it, and Portugal and Spain have actually an opposite stance on it.
Really?
Spain says go as fast as you can towards shore. Portugal says stop the boat.
Oh, wow.
It's completely opposite, and ideally, biologists start working together to, like, we need to answer the questions: are we ready to save these orcas or not? Because so far the answer has been no.
Right.
So sparking the conversation, trying to make people like do something, at least the public.
Right. Well, that's the power of film. When you tell stories in that way, people really get emotionally impacted by that. I remember I saw the orca documentary called Blackfish.
Yeah.
I saw that that's the last documentary that I saw on orcas, but I'm really looking forward to this body of work because I know that this is something that a lot of people have heard about. So I think that there's a market for it, and I think that you'll be successful in that. Is there anything that you want to tell the folks about how to contact you and reach you, or how we can hear more about this project?
Yeah, 100%. People can contact me through Instagram, for example. It's ricardo.saltwater, or through my website. It's www.doc6films.com.
Doc6films.com.
DOCK 6films.com. And if you have any questions, any tips, like I'm happy to answer all of them.
Listen, Ricardo, you're doing amazing work, and we appreciate you sharing it here at the EarthX family. And at EarthX 2026, this is yet another climate activist using their passion to make sure that we bring attention to the planet. And right here in Dallas, Texas, at the Anatole Hotel, you got a lot more coming up, so keep it locked right here. And we see you next time here at the EarthX TV podcast stage. Thank you very much.